Hello and welcome to School Psychology with Dominique. In this video series, I want to talk to you about what school psychology is and how to be successful at this job. I've been a school psychologist for about 10 years now, and I've worked in 2 different states and actually got licensed in 3. The first video that we're going to have is going to talk about what is a school psychologist. I get this question often, and granted, it's something that I didn't even know was a job when I was first looking into the career. I was in my clinical psychology master's degree, and midway through, I thought I knew I wanted to work with kids, but I was looking at different ways that I can actually access kids, because if you work in a clinical program, the kids have to come to you. When you work in a school, the kids are already there and you can help all of them. So when I looked more into it, I became more and more interested. Now, one of the first main duties of our job is to do testing for special education. We determine whether or not a child qualifies or is eligible for special education services. This is very different than the medical model, something we'll talk about in a later video. Another thing that we do is we help staff, like teachers or administrators, whenever they call us in for support for a child, either with like learning challenges or with social, emotional, or behavior challenges. And that's one of my passions in this job, is that we really can do anything to support a child. Now, flexibility is something totally different in terms of time, because we are held to law-abiding timelines in which we have to complete certain things like the evaluations and things like that. Another part of our job is that we are advocates for children. And this is very important. No matter what, at all times, we are advocating for kids, whether it's to support them academically or to support them social emotionally or to protect them from getting a label and just automatically sticking them in special education, when really they could be supported in a lot of other general education interventions. Another big part of our job is report writing. So if you don't like writing, this might not be the job for you, but it gets easier when you start to get templates and you're more familiar with the tests and things like that. But definitely there is a lot of writing in this job. We also support other special education team members when it comes to writing goals or thinking of different creative ways to help the child. And we also are in meetings almost daily, many times a week, if anything, where we will review evaluations with parents. I like to sit in on student support teams. This can have, these types of meetings can have many different names in different districts and things like that. But basically, it's a general education function, but I like to go to it because I like to make sure that any testing that I do is someone who's already been screened and has been given the opportunity to have general education interventions. And if we go into testing, it also helps me build rapport with families so that I know what their concerns are early on and we can target those when we do our evaluation. We do counseling. We definitely can do counseling. Unfortunately, with all the other timelines and things like that, it's not something that we hyper focus on. Again, it depends on your district, but usually we like to tag team with counselors or educational and mental health support staff. They're also called many different things in different districts, but for counseling purposes, there usually are more than one support that can help with that as well. So that brings me to my next point, is that we collaborate. We collaborate all the time with parents, staff, kids. We need their input, right, to see like what they're going to be motivated for and what's going on with them. So stay tuned. This is video 1, and we're going to get more into the job as we go. All right, see you later.